everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the McFarlane's DC Direct, the new Batman Adventures, Mr. Freeze. This is Mr. Freeze, redone in the animation style from the 4th season of Batman the Animated Series. This is a re-release from a figure that came out about 10 years ago by DC Direct. So let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, McFarlane Toys, Mr. Freeze, the new Batman Adventures. Here he is in the package. Looks like he has a freeze ray, 6 alternate hands, an animation cell reproduction, and a display stand. It looks like he does not have the spider legs from the original release, which is quite disappointing. Mr. Freeze. On the back, here he is posed up, animated. And at the bottom, there's his barcode, if it helps. So with no further ado, let's open him up. And of course, I did get 2 of these figures, one of which to open and enjoy, the other one to keep unopened in my complete Batman-related unopened action figure collection. And I did order the entire wave from the McFarlane Toy Store. There is a Platinum Chase variant in this wave. The Silver Batman has a Platinum variant in a red suit, and I'm on the hunt for 2 of those. If anybody can help me out, drop me a line in the comments below. It is much appreciated. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, an animation cell reproduction, 4 alternate hands, totaling 6 interchangeable hands, his freeze blaster, and then some alternate spider legs. Before taking a look at all that, let's talk about and check out the figure. So this is Mr. Freeze from the new Batman Adventures. The new Batman Adventures is Season 4 of Batman the Animated Series, where the animation was completely redone, and it looks poorer due to budget cuts. Mr. Freeze has a lot thinner sort of look, and I really like the original Mr. Freeze design. It's one of the best episodes of Batman the Animated Series, and his design is iconic. This one looks a little more stylized. This figure is not cel-shaded. It looks to be identical to the previous release, but we will check that out shortly. And if that is the case, pretty cool, because I can have one with the spider body and one with the regular body. It's based off an episode where his body was giving out, and it was pretty much dead. It was just his head. So let's take a closer look. So, looking at his face here, it's totally white. It looks kind of zombie-ish. He's got the glass dome on his head, which is removable. Okay, this whole piece is removable. So, pretty cool. You can remove this piece to attach to his spider legs and make a completely alternate version of Mr. Freeze. Like I said, it's very sort of stylized proportions. I don't know, his legs seem too long, torso a little small. The articulation of the elbows is very, very limited. I mean, it's a cool looking Mr. Freeze, and it's a cool representation from the new Batman Adventures along with the rest of the rogues, but I find it far inferior to the animated series version. The elbows barely move up at all, single jointed knees. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. His head is very small, he's very pin-headed, skin is all white, eyes are red, almost looks like he's dead. And then, here's the figure broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories, starting off with the boring stuff. Here's the animation cell reproduction. As you can see, it's Mr. Freeze from the new Batman Adventures firing his freeze ray. The new Batman Adventures. On the back, there's this little sort of cardboard punch-out thing, so you can display it like a picture frame if you want. It says it's from episode Cold Comfort, Season 1, Episode 3. I guess it's Season 1 of the new Batman Adventures, but I would have personally put Season 4, Episode 3, whatever. Now, I'm curious who actually cherishes these things, who displays them. Me, I just throw them onto a shelf, never be seen again. They have pretty much 0 value to me whatsoever. Curious if anybody feels differently. Now let's look at his display stand. It comes in 3 separate pieces. When put together, it looks like this. At the bottom, the new Batman Adventures then has a post leading to the top with this clamp that can hold your figure. Now let's look at his hands. He has 6 of them, 3 left hands and 3 right hands. Here he is with the first pair of hands. These are his fists. And here's his second pair of hands. His right hand is a gripping hand with a trigger finger, and his left hand is a very small gripping hand. And here's his last pair of hands. This is a pair of default hands. They would look good relaxed to the sides. Now for his freeze gun. It's a smaller freeze pistol instead of a larger cannon. That was how it started in Batman the Animated Series. This one is done a complete black color scheme. It looks fairly on the basic side of things. And here's Mr. Freeze, holding his freeze ray. And now for his spider legs. They're pretty basic, kind of crappy. I mean, they're zero articulation. They're very, very, very thin. But it does give you two completely different looks for Mr. Freeze all in one figure. I'm surprised they didn't release this version and then the spider version completely separately. Here's Mr. Freeze in his regular body. And then here he is as a spider. Now it does feel kind of cheap and crappy. The legs are not very good, but it does give you two different options. And they kind of has articulation. So they plug in with little ball joints. And you can see they sort of fall out easily. It's annoying. Could be a little bit better done as you're messing with it. So, but they can rotate around, forward and back. So there's articulation at the base. But like I said, if you're messing around with it a bunch, they're just going to sort of fall out. It's not even that great display piece. It seems like they're so thin, they're struggling just holding the weight of his head. And now to check out the reuse, differences, and similarities between this McFarlane re-release of the new Batman Adventures Mr. Freeze and the original DC Direct one from about 10 years ago. And they are 100% the same figure, same sculpt, same articulation, just a slight different paint job. Now the heads are both pin-headed. He has sort of a more sort of blue or teal look, and here it's like a little bit, I don't know, darker, a little more solid black, a little bit dark gray. Everything else is pretty much exactly the same. Neither one is cell shaded, both are pretty ordinary. And then here are the differences in spider form. Legs are white on the old one and gray on the new one. And I complained how they kind of fall out easily on the new one, while on the old one, they're almost impossible to get in. You literally have to heat up the figure, soften up the plastic just to fit them inside. So I'm not sure which one is worse. But I'd say the original has the proper color scheme on the legs. Now they've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories. Let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing about 6.5 inches tall, which would translate to about 16.5 centimeters. And if you go to the top of the dome, about 6.7 inches tall. And for his articulation. And it's kind of on limited side of things. So let's start with his head. Take the dome off. Head can rotate side to side, that's about it. Shoulders on a ball joint, goes up about 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He has a single jointed elbow, and it barely goes in at all. Way less than 90 degrees. With rotation, his wrist can rotate, and it's going to be hinged as well. He's got a ball joint in his torso. Rotate around. Can't really go forward and back at all. Legs, complete of splits. Ugly hip articulation. Legs go forward. Almost not at all. Back, not at all. Single jointed knee. He does have a boot cut there. And then his ankle. Forward and back. Tilt rock. The rotation's in the boot. So like I said, quite limited on the articulation. Disappointing. Here's a look at both versions of Mr. Freeze, with the body and with the spider legs in his lair. You can see Nora behind him. Now let's check them out. Next is some of their action figures. Starting off with some of their Mr. Freeze figures. Here's McFarlane's re-release, next to the original DC Direct one from about 10 years ago. It's exactly the same figure, no cell shading, just a slightly different shade of blue and black. And here he is, with a few different DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Mr. Freeze figures. There are 3 different releases of this guy, 2 of which are original DC Direct figures. One's McFarlane, one was a DC Direct single release, one came with a 5-pack, and then one is a cell-shaded, Target-exclusive McFarlane re-release. Here he is, next to a Diamond Select Toys TV show Gotham Mr. Freeze. Then, with all of my McFarlane DC Multiverse Mr. Freeze figures. Next, with all my DC Direct and DC Collectibles Mr. Freeze figures. And now, with the Misco 112 Collective Mr. Freeze. And here he is, next to a Cosmic Legion's Shadow Circle. I use this guy in my Mr. Freeze collection for obvious reasons. Then, with all of my Mattel Mr. Freeze figures. And with the McFarlane Batman Classic TV Series Mr. Freeze. Here are all of the Mr. Freeze figures in my collection. I believe I have all of them in the 6 and 7 inch scale, except for a Mattel San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version. And finally, next to several different Kenner Frostbite figures. Frostbite is a henchman from the Batman and Robin movie that worked for the Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze. I would love it if McFarlane would give us a 7 inch version, but I'm pretty confident that will never happen. Now let's check them out, next to some other DC Direct animated figures. Here he is, next to the rest of his wave. This is the new Batman Adventures Wave 5, the Demon, Mr. Freeze, and both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Batman. And here he is with Wave 4, Scarecrow, Riddler, and the blue and gray Batman. And now, with the third wave, this one had the Creeper, Firefly, and Anti-Fire Batman. Next, with the second wave, Catwoman, Bane, the Joker, and Nightwing. And here, with the first wave, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Batgirl, Batman, Killer Croc, Baby Doll, and Two-Face. Then, with the most recent Batman the Animated Series offerings, Poison Ivy, Phantasm, Bane, and Hardock Batman, collect-to-build Bruce Wayne. These are Target exclusives, and they are cel-shaded. And now, with the most recent Batman the Adventures Continue offerings, both the regular and Platinum Chase variants of Red Hood. Next, with McFarlane's Batman Beyond offerings, a couple versions of the Terry McGinnis Batman, Old Man Bruce Wayne, and Ace the Bat-Hound. And here's a look at all the different animated villains, the new Batman Adventure style. Different style, same universe. They all look fantastic next to each other. Here's a look at all the Batman villains, Batman the Animated Series style. These are done with DC Direct. Gonna add Condiment King to this mix. Now let's check him out next to some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a DC Direct animated figure, they're typically the 6-inch scale. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of these smaller action figure lines I collect, and work my way larger. Here he is with some Jazzwares Fortnite figures, and some SH Figure Arts action figures. And now, with some Hasbro Marvel Legends and Mafex figures. Here's Mr. Freeze, next to a Power Drill. And here he is, with some Mattel and Mezco DC figures. Then, with both some Jazzwares and Mattel wrestling figures. And now, with some NECA and DC Direct figures. Next, with some Diamond Select toys and Jack specific wrestling figures. And finally, here he is with some McFarlane DC Multiverse figures. So overall, it's an okay Mr. Freeze figure. Now personally, I think the design is a step backward from Batman the Animated Series, and I think the figure is not that great. His articulation is very, very limited. His proportions are awkward, his legs are super long with a small torso. I don't think the spider thing is all that great. I mean, it is cool to be able to cram that into one figure release, but it's just not that good of an outcome. I don't like a lot of things about this figure, so I'm going to rate him a disappointing 4 out of 10. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say with the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional extra figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you guys real soon.